Today, we are hearing from town officials and residents in the town of Camden after the Select Board voted this week to pause the town's paid parking program. News Center Maine's Sean Tesler shows us what parking looks like now.
Parking meters in Camden are now completely covered up after a 3-2 Select Board vote to pause paid parking in the town.
I think it's a good idea not to have paid parking in Camden.
Camden resident Edith Manns shares the same views as many Camden businesses, that paid parking will only hurt the summer traffic.
And to be discouraged by having to pay or get billed for having to pay is, I think, hurting this environment.
For months, residents have been calling for a town vote in effort to repeal the program, but everyone was not on board with giving up on paid parking.
Business has been booming here on Main Street. We haven't seen a noticeable problem.
Teresa Mastrocolo works at a Camden cupcake shop and says residents will regret the decision when it's time to pay taxes.
That money's got to come out of somewhere, right?
Camden's delegated town manager tells News Center Maine the town was anticipating receiving $150,000 from paid parking this year. She says the Select Board will need to consider increasing property taxes to make up the deficit. Select Board member Chris Nolan was one of 3 votes in favor of pausing paid parking. He says the decision came down to protecting downtown businesses.
The net revenue may not be worth it for the risks that it would occur to the businesses in the town of Camden.
He also says the parking meters were taking people's information to parties outside of the town, and the town didn't do a good job of making people aware of paid parking.
We need to make sure there's proper signage in town that shows where the paid parking areas are.
For now, visitors and residents can freely park in the area. In Camden, Sean Tesler, News Center Maine.
And Nolan expects there to be a non-binding referendum on this coming November ballot so that the town can learn more about the residents' opinions on paid parking.